everyone. Unfortunately, for those who haven't seen on my other socials, I do have a sad update regarding Espie. I'm going to keep this pretty brief, but I'll show some videos of Espie starting from when I got her. She had not been sound ever since I got her, and I had been working to get her ready for the vet so that I could find out the cause. I had done everything that I could up until that point to help her feel more comfortable, including having shoes put on her to help her have more stability and support for her hooves. She was afraid of new people and found it hard to trust, and so it took some time until she was ready for the vet to come work on her. But I was able to treat her for ulcers and have her teeth floated and have her chiroed in the meantime. All of these things helped her to feel better, but I still couldn't find the cause until I was able to have her x-rayed. She came out of her shell and became a very sweet, personable mare, loved spending time with humans, and appreciated the comforts that domestic life gave her. I practiced lunging her as little as possible, but I needed to make sure that she would be able to show her movement to the vet, so this was just one last very brief practice before the vet came. Unfortunately, as you can see, she was just not comfortable. But the vet watched her jog, flex her front legs, and Espie was really good, just like we practiced. I had done everything I could to prepare her at this point. She was very patient, tried very hard. The chiropractor who worked on her, I knew that wouldn't be a cure for lameness, but I thought it might help her body feel better. And he said that she seemed like a really sweet mare that tried hard. Even though she was afraid to meet a new person, she tried very hard to be good. And that is very true of Espie. She'd come out of her shell. She was the sweetest mare, and we were all definitely getting very attached to her. She really just wanted to be your friend. The vet was able to nerve block her right front hoof after this, and Espie was really good. A little worried about the needles, but this was her lunging right after. So it was very obvious that that was the source of her pain. The hardest thing out of the way, all Espie had to do was stand on blocks for her x-rays, just like we practiced. She was sedated for her x-rays, of course, but she stood on the blocks very well, just as we'd practiced. The side view didn't show us anything remarkable, but the view from the front showed us exactly what we were dealing with. Espie had a previous fracture straight through the middle of her coffin bone and into the joint. It was causing arthritis of the coffin joint already. The vet told me that it was something that would have happened before I got her, seeing as she's been unsound from the very first day, and it would have caused the abnormal growth of her hoof. In speaking to the vet, everything we had already tried for Espie, including having her shod, had helped her as much as we could, and there was nothing more that we could do for her. With the severity and location of her injury, the kindest thing to do for Espie was to put her down. And so it was a hard decision, but we came to it together with the vet, knowing that this was the fairest thing for Espie. She got a bit of time to be a horse before we put her to sleep on February the 3rd. And although it was awful, I know that Espie is no longer in pain. I filmed a little the last couple of days. I washed her tail, and now her tail is hanging up with her halter and tag right next to Cinnamon's. Going through this with 2 Mustangs in the past year was pretty horrible, but I know that I did all I could for Espie, just like I did with Cinna, and I'm glad that I was able to give them both care and love in their final days. It's been a couple weeks now, and I haven't really been on social media. The only things that have been going up were scheduled posts, but I'll try to get back to doing videos soon. Espie was a really special, beautiful mare. We took these photos of her the evening before. I wish it had ended differently, but I know that we did everything we could for her. Rest in peace, Espie.